Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. We're doing a set of nails that is kind of like, I don't know, somebody told me that they look like old chocolates that had sprinkles on them. I guess they kind of remind me of those black licorice candies that have sprinkles on them, but it's kind of like a Mandela too. So whatever you want to call it, we're doing it today. Hope you like the video. And I'd like to take a minute just to welcome the new subscribers to the channel. Hello, and thank you for subscribing. I'm using a black background to make this design kind of pop because I'm going to be using a lot of lighter colors, so I want some contrast. When you're getting into those cuticles, you want to see how I'm kind of pushing the polish to the cuticle. That's the best way to get into the cuticle and not make a mess. You don't want to flood your cuticles. You want to push as much as you can close to the cuticles, the proximal fold, the nail folds, the lateral folds. And you don't want to get polish on your skin, or at least definitely try not to, because you can you can get contact dermatitis. And if you get contact dermatitis, you're not going to be wearing much polish. There are times when you do that. But then if you do that, you can always grab a lint-free wipe with some isopropyl alcohol. Get a nice edge. And wipe away. Or there are things that are like little toothpicks with the cotton on it, and you can use that. I'm going to pull my skin back here as tight as possible to clean away that gel polish. Now you see me flick it. It's because I'm using my left hand. I am right hand dominant. So when I use my left hand, things get crazy. These little sticks with the cotton at the top with the point, they work awesome. Like I just love them. You just clean it up, throw some acetone on there or some isopropyl alcohol, and it cleans it right up really nice, gets right in the corners. If you're interested in the product that I have on my nails as a base, it's Builder in a Bottle by Ugly Duckling, and it's the color Foo Foo. I'm really liking the Foo Foo. I've done acrylic, polygel, acrygel, whatever on my nails, but the Foo Foo has a really nice color, especially when you're doing clear, like a clear coat on top. It looks really natural with my skin tone. Or, if you're doing a dimensional nail, it also looks really, really good. And the product that I'm using is Young Nails Overdrive. It's their Mission Control line in their Gel Pot series. So that's probably enough of the base coat and all the other talk. So we're going to get right into the colors that I used and the design. Before we start this design, we're going to give the nails a full 60-second cure, and then we're going to apply a matte coat on top. I'm using Ugly Duckling matte top, and then give that a 60-second cure, and then we're ready to start the design. For this design, I have Gel Moment dotting tools. I bought them years ago because I thought they were cute in their little package. They come in a package of 2 in this like little envelope. They're really, really cute. So now I'm using the bigger part of the dotting tool, which is going to be the center part of the mandala or the design. And I'm using Young Nails Fizz, which is a white gel pot, then putting it in for a full cure so it doesn't move on me. Then I'm taking a smaller dotting, or a smaller end of the dotting tool. And, it depends on whatever design that you're doing, on what size that you're going to go for. But I'm going to go like a little bit bigger. This isn't the smallest dotting end that I could have. It's kind of in between. So you can see I'm only doing like a couple at a time. The reason for that is because gel pots are thicker and they won't move as much. Like if you try to do this with gel polish, it could be a mess, like it would run. Gel pots, however, a little bit more sticky or a little bit more versatile when it comes to not moving. But however, it's definitely good practice to cure as you go because you don't want to get a bunch of dots on, make kind of one mistake, and then have to remove the whole design. If you just give it even a flash cure of like 10 seconds, then you're good to go because you're curing as you go. So if you do make a mistake, then you're maybe only wiping off a couple of dots. You're not wiping off the whole design. It's especially true when you get dots really close together and like, for example, that one where we're putting one dot in between two dots. You want to make sure that those dots are cured beside each other. It makes it a lot easier. Now here is a perfect example of what I'm talking about because as you can see when I put this dot down, I don't get it completely down straight, so it's kind of looks like more of a triangle than a dot. So for what design we're trying to achieve, that is not going to work. So it's easily wiped off with some isopropyl alcohol. So now I'm going to do a mixture of solar and of clash to get kind of a lighter green. I don't really want bright green and I don't want yellow just yet. And if you didn't know this before, you are perfectly safe to mix gels together. They mix awesome together. So if you're missing a color or you need a color, you can mix them together and make a brand new color. Oh, and if you're liking what's on my left hand for design, you can take a look at one of my other videos. I have a tutorial on how to get that design. I will try to remember to post the link for you so it's easy to find. Oh, again, curing it in between, always trying to cure it every so often just so you don't have a lot of repairs to do if you do make a mistake. And pulling your skin back like I'm doing with my thumb here is a nice trick for getting deep down into those sidewalls. So now that we're done with green, we're going to use the solar in the Young Nails Mission Control. And we're going to use somewhat of a medium dotting tool. So of course, whatever design that you choose to do with this Mandala chocolate cookie, black licorice kind of design, you just want to mix up the size of dots. That's what gives it its depth and dimension is the size of dots. So for all the beginner nail artists out there or nail enthusiasts or even the early nail technicians, definitely get yourself a set of dotting tools. They are pretty much a staple for a nail technician. You want to make sure that you have a couple of different sizes. The round ones are great, but also the ones that have the tip on them, those are amazing as well. So we're done with the yellow now, and we're going to head into the molten, which is kind of like a reddy pink. It is also part of the Mission Control line of gel pots for young nails. So with this, I'm going to put kind of like almost a flower all the way around the yellow dots, but I'm going to separate them out a little bit. So you can see I put 2 dots on either side. I put a third dot on the one side, but I'm going to keep it at very minimal dots at the moment. So I think I'm just going to do 2 dots, one there, another one there, and then I'm going to go all the way around. I think this will save me a lot of time. I'm just going to keep continuing to do the 2 dots in between, and then I'm going to cure it all at once because then that way they're far enough away from each other that they're not going to connect and meld into one. They're not going to move on me or anything like that. So it is a great way to make sure that your artwork stays unaffected until you complete it. And it's one of the fastest ways that you can complete it without starting from scratch. So you can see here that now I'm starting to fill the little kind of flower, they look kind of like a flower, like a 5 petal flower. I'm kind of filling them in. So actually, I guess that would be a 6 petal flower, not 5. So basically, I'm only doing one side, and then I'm going to put it in the lamp to cure. And then that way it's cured, and I don't have to worry about them melding together. And then after I'm done with all of these little flower type looking dots, I'm going to grab some Sonic from Young Nails Mission Control. I'm going to use a bigger dotting tool, and I'm going to just bring the design out just a little bit more. It gets a lot easier, of course, as the further you go out, because there's less dots that you have to start putting on it, so it goes a little bit quicker. Once I'm done the blue dots, I put it in for a full cure, or at least 10 seconds anyways, just to freeze it. And now I'm using the white again, the fizz from Young Nails Mission Control. And I am just kind of going around those blue dots. So for the people that are beginning out there, you don't want to use gel polish necessarily for this type of design, because gel polish is pretty translucent and you won't get the opaqueness when you're doing the design. And it runs a lot, like it's a lot thinner, so it'll run a lot more on the nail. So make sure you use a gel pot or gel clay in a pot, something that comes in a pot that's a little bit thicker to do this type of design. Now the end shots are going to be coming up pretty soon. So I'd like to take a moment to just say thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you have any tips or tricks, or if you want me to go over a product review or anything else like that, just let me know and I will go ahead and do that. Just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll do the best that I can to accommodate. So here are the end results after we've done a full cure, and they're looking pretty good. Now, if you want to stay for just a little bit longer, there is a little bonus section for a separate design if you want to hang out for that. So if you've made it to this section, then you've made it to the bonus section, and welcome and thanks for watching till the end. So I'm just using dotting tools again to make this design. So I put the fizz on the dotting tool. The black on my nail is already cured, and I just used a dotting tool with the bigger, I don't know, the ball at the end, lack of better words. And you want more paint on it to start with, and then you just kind of touch it lighter and lighter and lighter as you go up the nail, and the paint will, like, it will kind of paint out, again, for a lack of a better word, as you're going, because a lot of it's going on the nail. But also, if you're doing a lighter touch, then the balls get smaller as well. And I'm just using a really small liner brush here to pull through all of those dots. And it's just giving it a better, well, I wouldn't say better, but it's giving it a different type of design. And here I am using the Molten, doing the same thing. I'm kind of off the camera a little bit there, but it's pretty straightforward, doing the same thing. And you're just going to get that liner brush and you're going to pull it straight through. Now, when I finished off these nails, I left the Mandala nails and this middle nail with the dots matte, and I didn't put a top coat on it, but I did put a very shiny top coat on the ring and pinky finger. It looked pretty good. I really like the results. Tell me what you think. What does it look like to you? Or did you enjoy the tutorial? Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think, and hope to see you in the next video.